We never knew the impact, influence, nor the impression that Love 101 FM would have made on the hearts of Jamaicans home and abroad. We came, we saw, we conquered, and all by the grace of God. And now we're reminiscing on the good old days from 1993 until now. Colleen Beckles, Nigel Wilkinson, and me, Nadine Blair, have shared the good news of God on Love 101 FM across the island and around the world. And now, on this, our 28th anniversary, we're gonna sit and chillax while we share with you the early days of Love 101 FM.
Yes, indeed, the early days. We have so much to tell you. Welcome to share the early days in this. I think it's going to be episode 1 of what, 28.
Many episodes.
I don't know. For those who don't know, I'm Nigel Wilkinson, Nadine Blair, and
I'm Colleen Beckles.
And we have a lot to tell you, starting with Nadine.
Right, hi. So how we felt being at Love day 1. So I was living over foreign, going to school and working, and then I came back. I think I came back the Thursday, and then interviewed Friday at the little desk in front of the glass door leading to the studio. Just the red guard, and the ground was paved.
Sosa concrete.
Concrete.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Pave, Nadine, tile.
Tile. It's on the road. Pave.
And well, it wasn't even that neither. and it was started on the Sunday morning, and it was an exciting thought to be working in gospel. I did radio when I was in school in foreign. I worked at a radio station there, so it was my second job in radio, but it was the first in Jamaica, and it was just exciting.
Well, for me, it was my first time in radio. Never been to a radio station in my life. Well, that's not true. I went to a station in Canada. Coming for an interview at this place with these stairs coming all the way up, wondering how am I going to get there. So I crawled up.
Hold on. Talk about the
You
stairs.
literally crawled up.
Talk about the stairs.
I'm afraid of heights.
And this is at Carlton Crescent?
Carlton Crescent, and there were no rails going up. And then Meadow Rest was below.
Yes.
Meadow Rest. Right, so Meadow Rest was below, and I'm going up to this place, and I finally got there, and I'm up there, and I'm wondering how I'm going to get back down. But I'll deal with that afterwards, you know? So I went and saw Mr. Ridgard at this little desk, and he was like,
Yes.
like this.
Yes, always
Always like this.
with his pen.
And then he just, he's fashioning something.
Yes.
Term.
Right. So, I spoke with him and I told him that I heard you're going on air on Sunday, so I want to go on air. He said, oh. And I said, I remember you from RGI in the Sunday magazine. Let me try. Like I'm in the know. Right. And so he took me in to do the audition. And of course, when it got to the classical names and stuff, I was really lost.
Wow.
But he said, never mind, you have a good tone and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. And then I said, okay, I'll call you tomorrow. So this is Thursday, and so tomorrow is Friday. So I waited all day Friday. There was boxing in camp. I lived in a park camp at the time. There was boxing and stuff, so everybody went boxing. I didn't go because I was waiting to hear, that there's a call coming in from outside, because we had extensions that time in camp. And I waited, not a call, Nadine. And I have never go boxing, and boxing was good. Saturday morning he called. Well, I went to the bathroom, and I got ready, quick, and I'm going to 12 Carlton Crescent to 12.
Yes.
And that's when I saw Nadine.
In the white
In her.
Why you want white stocking though? Seriously?
No, it was the in thing in Cleveland.
So where were you?
But can I tell you something? And I pay my taxi. But I used to sell them. When I came back, I used to sell stockings, and I sold white stocking, blue stocking, brown stocking, black stocking.
Yeah, back to love it. So you started on the Saturday?
We started training.
Okay, okay.
You know,
okay.
we were, you know, everything was mock, you know,
Yes.
so you play the music and it's just, no mic, you cannot touch the mic.
Right.
Oh.
And then on Sunday now I started the first day. Right after the service, I started on the Sunday. I was in heaven.
Wow.
It was such a beautiful experience knowing that, oh, that's what you meant. Right, it was a beautiful experience. Then that I'm on air.
Okay.
And people will get to hear me. Finally, Mr. Rigard allowed me to open the mic.
Yes.
Because you can't open the mic.
Wow.
You know, but then he had some expressions that he wanted to get heard, you know, persons who would sponsor. So he would say, you want to say hi to the sponsors who are listening. Let's give that expression. So that's the only time you'd ever get to talk. And I found it every time I had to talk, I was like trembling because you're opening the mic.
Yes.
And you're told that you must not open the mic unless you have something to say. And it had to be scripted.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so I was very nervous. And every time I opened the mic, bam, Love 101. There is a jingle. I don't want to do anything that is wrong, you know.
But well, interesting for me when I got, well, I came for the interview, and what Mr. Rigard said was, I hear about your music, because I used to collect music from way back when, you know. And he said, well, we're starting the station, we have no music, so until we get music, you're hired.
Man.
Yeah.
When we get music, we'll talk. You know? And for me, my first day, because I got married, so you all started the first day, the 14th. I was off on my honeymoon. When I got back, I was required to work the Sunday. So I was going in fresh, never seen the board before. Alan standing up behind me, Mr. Ridgard is hammering. And so we have to coordinate between, because he has to finish the studio.
Right.
Hammering when I need to read something. And I said, no, not that one. It was the longest Sunday of my life. But we survived.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is that it was one studio that you did everything.
Everything.
Everything in.
Yeah.
And what was interesting is we were recording a promo one time. And there is an audition button versus the on-air button. And Nadine and I were recording something. It's so nice.
So nice.
Yeah. And we were sure, right, Nadine?
Yes,
That
very
the,
sure.
I mean, music is playing, that the on-air button was off and the audition button was on.
Those days were crazy.
A security run from Runga Front, come tell me,
It's so nice.
everything.
We gotta do it twice.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus!
Oh my goodness, that's we could sit here and talk like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Forever.
But let's try and talk about some first times. I think we
Okay.
talk about the first time on air.
Wow.
But if not the first, the second or the third. First interview, or do you remember any one of those first interviews that you had, that we had?
Wow, it's 28 years
It's
now.
long, guys.
It's been a time. It's been a time.
Or first time hearing yourself on
On
radio.
radio.
Well, no one would record those.
Oh.
So when I get home in the afternoon,
You have to listen.
I have to listen back, you know, and then he would say, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and this is what you're going to work on. And like we sit up all night, because I was not familiar with so much with gospel music, you know. So we would sit up and listen to all the other stations. I think there's a station who was playing gospel after midnight,
Okay.
and local gospel. And so I wanted to do something local. And so I would listen to this station and get and then come
Ideas,
back
right.
and then
Yes, yes.
you look through the library and find ambassadors and
Yes.
and,
Yes.
and stuff, and so when I heard myself, I'm going, whoa, is me that? I was saying, and so the excitement was building, and I kind of said, I'm my worst critic. So some days I'd sit and listen and say, that don't sound, how could I say that?
Yeah.
How could I say, how could I miss that? But it grew,
Wow.
and the journey continues.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the first time, but one of the things is just making a mistake. It was horrible to be on air
Yeah.
and to make a mistake. Whether you say an incorrect name, for me it was now. These announcers have it easy. Remember now, you had the big reel-to-reel. You had, the reel-to-reel was over here.
And you have to
The
explain what the
turntable-
reel-to-reel
Oh,
is.
the reel-to-reel is a big reel.
Big.
Real.
With tape, like a cassette player, a big
Right.
cassette player. Big reels, which oftentimes some programs would come on that. You'd have the turntables over here. The cart machine, the blessed cart machine where you
Glory
play
to God.
Or the commercials.
Yes.
The tape deck somewhere over here on the console. So you eject, having played a commercial, and you come in before you start them in order. You should make sure that they are all queued up, So you finish playing a cart, you have a CD playing, and you're supposed to press eject for the cart and play on the CD player. Easy, right? Well, the CD is playing and I press eject on the CD player and play on the car, but the car is not on air, so there's dead air, no music, no nothing. You're just lost because you don't know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're coming into the studio, the music is finishing, and you're about to put in a commercial, and or pull out the card,
Yeah.
pull out the card to put in another one.
Right.
And the card,
The card
and then there's dead air,
Yeah.
so it guy's going to kill you.
Or when you need to queue up the program. So some reels would have like 5-6 programs.
Oh God.
Particularly that 7 o'clock program, with Mr. Rigard.
Yes.
Yes.
Concert
The concert hour. So there are a number of programs on the reel, and it's marked when you're finished. You put in a piece of
A little
paper.
piece of paper, so
So when
catch it and reel it back.
yeah, so it's now time to play the program. So you're fast forwarding, and you're doing something that there flips.
And the paper gone.
Paper flies out. You're lost.
I had those
So you have to go back to try and where is. Listen,
Concert hour, yes.
listen. Those days, y'all have the announcers don't have it easy.
No.
Everything
We
is
paved the way.
yeah.
We are
Yeah.
superheroes. Speaking about that, remember that calendar? When all of us were superheroes?
Yeah.
Vivian say, I can't take this to my people. So I'm thinking, wait, this man is a politician. I can't take it to my people.
I think Colleen was Wonder Woman. I don't know who I was. Who were you?
I don't.
I didn't know I was.
Anyway, I think we are all superheroes, and we did a lot. So that's the first time. So any other memory that we can remember? You remember being in the studio doing, was it when we were doing Nigel and Nadine in the morning and
Oh, that's early, but we need to talk about Nigel's video.
Yes.
oh,
That's all.
So for you younger persons, let me tell you what happened. I listened to another station, and they did a short vigil
What you
to raise funds for something. And I went to Mr. Regan and said, this is great for the station to do. We can do this to raise funds for the station. And so I'm presenting it as an idea for the station.
not for you.
Not for me.
Well, you ended up.
He listens and he says, great idea. When are you going to do it? And I'm like, not me. He says, why not?
Because Nigel ran to the video.
Wow.
And then some
And
said,
we kept saying village.
village. Some people said Nigel's
Right,
village.
right.
And
know?
that was because every time he did Nigel's vigil, and he'll explain in a minute, or
Vigil.
Right.
Yes.
a lot of persons would come. Churches
Yes.
would pass by,
yes.
pastors,
Yes.
staff,
They
and
would
everything
support.
would come
Yep,
and support.
yep.
Yeah,
Right.
so it was really a village.
Because
Yeah.
what would happen is that I would start like a Friday evening.
Friday evening.
And go through to Monday. The aim is non-stop, no sleep.
Yes.
No, he never sleeps.
And then so there are persons who would come in and support
and
NIGEL.
make pledges
Yes.
to the station. And
Person would bring juice and stuff.
Oh,
and
yes.
The sponsors
Yes.
would
All
be
the
there.
aid.
Right, you know.
So that was pretty big. And are we into memorable moments yet? No, not yet?
The whole thing is memorable.
No.
Let me just raise a memorable moment. That Colleen froze.
Oh, gee.
Colleen, who always has something to say, she just froze because
Like, you mean I talk too much?
I know me says yeah. So this night it was kind of overwhelming, and we would share. The announcer would come in and share the time, but I'd be there. Colleen was in and she was doing some talking and people calling in and just sharing testimonies. And Colleen said, and now we'll go to Nigel. I pressed my on-air button and I opened my mouth. Nothing, I just started bawling. Just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And that's how it has been from the start. Just the outpouring of love and prayers and support for the station.
Right.
So when I pressed on here, nothing came out, because I just started bawl, like man cow bawling. I just turned off my mic and turned on Colleen's mic, and Colleen just sat there.
Because I didn't know what to
Through my
do.
tears, I see Colleen just looking at
I
me.
didn't know if I was to talk or cry too. I didn't know what I was supposed
So Colleen
to
says, Nigel is a little overwhelmed. And she says a few things, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. And I press my mic again, and I just start more. It was.
Yeah, it was something else that was quite
One
moving.
thing that was very particular that stands out for me for the vigil, and I guess for us, is when persons would call with their struggles, and the person or persons who called about to commit suicide,
Yeah.
about to give up
Yes.
and so forth,
Yes.
and then Nigel turned pastor, counselor, friend, doctor, everything.
Oh, Lord.
And he had to do that, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's an amazing thing. So
Yeah.
here is this.
Jar. People
Yes.
are wondering, what is this? Well, it's a
We
magic
got
jar.
a jar.
So questions. We'll pick questions we have never seen before, and we will try, by the grace of God, to answer.
Lord, let my question be.
Nadine, here is your
Oh,
question.
man. I was praying.
Time to
sorry.
get this.
Go right ahead.
What was your first outside broadcast like? The one in St. Mary, Highgate, France.
Talk about it.
I
Tell us about
Can you
it.
imagine? I don't know how this happened, but it happened. It was good, I think. We did a recce before, of course, the people who I live with.
So recce is when you go and you do a practice broadcast.
Okay, and you look on the grounds, you examine the grounds and stuff and make sure that everything is okay. So we went and everything was okay. So when I got to the location, Mr. Rigard now, he was the technical person, he was the general manager, he was the maintenance manager, he did just about everything. So Mr. Rigard in his blue Volvo, we traveling all over to St. Mary. It was good. I thought I was a little bit nervous, because it's my first outside broadcast and not quite sure exactly how to engage the crowd,
Yes,
because that's
yes.
it's a whole new thing now.
Yes.
Working in the studio
It's
is one
Is
thing.
one-
You're
is one-
here
yes,
and you're
yes,
doing all kinds
yes.
of stuff and you're full of confidence, but when you're outside, that's something else. So that went, I think, okay. State one word you remember mispronouncing. Well, we went to Jamaica Crest. It's in Portland. And everything was going well, and I was reading from the script. And I got to this word, and I'm going to say it slowly, because I don't want to mispronounce. Memorabilia.
Oh, yes.
And I don't know what I was saying, but it wasn't that.
Yes.
And instead of just leave it, I kept on doing it over and over.
Wow.
So if I was of another hue, then you'd see me red. But that was it for me.
Is it, if I may piggyback on that, the word I had a challenge with was theological, which was which was crazy because I went to the Jamaica Theological Seminary.
I don't know where you go.
But in those days, a lot of the theological, you know, there were advertisements, that kind of stuff.
Right.
I could not for the life of me get the word out. And so I would have to I literally, for a week, had to just go through. My family thought I was crazy. I just walked around the house, theological. Because I could, every time I muck it up,
It's a problem.
it was a problem.
Yeah.
Nadine, your question, your.
You had your, oh, okay. What was your favorite shift to work and why?
Because she worked all of them, like, you know.
That's the end of favorite shift? All of them? I don't know that I have a favorite shift. I think all of us have a reason why we love radio, which is to liaise with the listeners and to be able to lift their spirits and stuff. And then when them call and say, you played the right song, or you said the right thing, or you said the right scripture, or something like that.
Or you never called me name.
But I've worked every shift, every time on love.
Good.
Every day on love. So, yeah. All right.
So,
next
mine,
question.
what would you say was your most embarrassing moment on air? It was a New Year's Eve. Nadine might remember this. And we're talking about the Governors General. And I was speaking to the fact that something was missing in studio. And it was time to play the message from the Governor General. No, we were talking about all of them over the years, Governors General. That we really had excellent persons occupying that position. Well, I went in there and I introduced the Governor General, played the message, back announced the Governor General, and the phone lit up. And I said to Nadine, I said, these people are easy. Is New Year's Eve? Yes. What I don't say is time for greetings. So they're calling for greetings. I said, let me just take one. Person said, Nigel, the current Governor General is not.
Oh!
But I don't remember who was who. Me not introduce the wrong smaddy. Oh, Jesus, I had to go on here and apologize.
No.
But I just told the truth, that we were talking about the Governors General. But it took a while to leave that one. Yeah.
Okay, mine is describe your worst experience at an outside broadcast.
Which one? Sorry.
When you first started, were you thinking you would have been at Love Home? It's how much question is? How much
Two.
choose one? Just
Choose
choose
one.
one. Okay.
Today.
No, I didn't think I would be here. No, I don't know that I thought past 5 years. Yeah.
You know, because me not have anything to do, I just think I will be here forever. But other than an announcer, what other position have you held at the station? Oh, that's a boring question. I've been operations manager and now I'm the general manager. Seriously?
Name one thing Love used to do that you miss now. Name one thing Love used to. Let me see if I can find that question.
Another one.
How many programs have you ever hosted on Love? List. I've been on most of them.
Yes.
Yes. Can I finish it quickly? What did you think of the... I'll read it. What did you think of the other two announcers that are currently conversing with you when you first met them? Then Anna said... I thought it then, and it is true. Proof. The beauty about Love. What you see here, we are actually worse. It is family, and that's what it is. And that's how it has been from day one, and for the 28 years.
Well, I think we've shared memorable moments. We have been.
Yes.
So we're going to go to theme songs. And if there's a memorable moment that comes up, then we interject, right? Okay. So you have a memorable moment on your channel. I remember when we were in studio one time, you and I, and there was...
Listen. You want? Listen. Nigel and Nadine. No, we're
Not
not.
a bad, not a good combination.
Okay. Oftentimes we're in studio. Something might be, and by the way, Colleen is not innocent either. Sometimes we're in studio together, and something happens, something is said, a side comment, and these two ladies, one piece of laughing, uncontrollable laughter. It's radio, and sometimes there's no song queued up because we're having that exchange. I'm here to save the day. I'm here. Once I was saying this, look what's going to happen now. We may have to go to a break. I was telling a story about Gilbert. And during Gilbert, I was in Brayton. And it's a true story. Hurricane start. Breeze blowing, zinc blowing, and I see garbage pan roll, bloom, 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 gone down the road that way. I pass, place quiet, breeze blow, garbage pan, bloom, bloom, bloom. The first time I told Nadine that story. Nadine, on the ground.
No, seriously.
On the ground.
No, but
a ball.
Imagine.
Oh,
People,
Jesus.
it was you and somebody else, right?
And a friend of mine named Chris.
And they sat down and they're seeing the garbage pan going. Plum, 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 plum. Then they see another garbage bag. Pop, 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 pop. Then they see another tree limb. Dum, dum, dum. Then later on now they go out and they play during the eye.
Yeah.
And then the other side of the storm, I know they
And the
sit back and they're going bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, that garbage pan.
I mean, it's a cartoon playing out in my head. Trust me, I was on the floor.
And that was in the morning. Colleen came in for
and we
footprints.
were on air.
Yes, we were.
Right, we were.
Colleen came in for footprints, and I am telling Colleen what happened. It's not a stale joke. It is stale. Nadine dip on ground. A ball, laugh, weak. No.
Oh, God.
And again I say, it's what we do.
Yes, camaraderie is great.
the themes,
Camaraderie.
okay.
Yes, the themes. Because we could go on and on and on.
The early days. All right. That
morning.
is morning praise.
Yes.
Morning praise. Yes.
Really?
Oh,
Wait, make the first line play.
I'm a little praiser.
Hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
stand about 3 feet tall.
I'm a little.
Praiser, hallelujah.
Let Colleen sing. Let Colleen sing.
Sing.
So one day I went to a school and the lady said, oh, they say you're 3 feet tall. You know, sometimes still, but you're not 3 feet. Hey, moving right along.
Which one is this again?
This is CCM.
Something.
No.
It's not?
Yeah, man.
Well, it's Colleen's program then.
No, sir. That is your thing when you do today.
Top 10, top 30, CCM, top...
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, right.
He accepts it.
That's long ago.
Right.
Oh, that's my closing song. Can't believe that once again, and it good.
Closing song for which show? Which show?
Love that you receive comes from the love you give away.
Of which program or every time you're on
Okay,
here?
so every time when it was my closing song for the morning show, and I still use it now when I work on Fridays.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah! That's
Corey did good.
Here we go!
Recharge.
Yep, recharge. Oh yes.
Morning Glory, Alan Lewis.
Yes.
Oh my
Alan Lewis.
goodness. Those were the days.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Creative living
Creative living. Yeah.
with Grace Kitchens.
Oh, footprints of Jesus.
That's not a play. Sorry, scroll down.
I dreamed I was walking along the beach with the Lord. That it happened at the very last
And sign is time.
in my life. This will not happen, so I questioned the Lord about it.
One set of footprints in the sand.
You're getting sad. It's memory. You zoom in on Auntie Colleen.
Greetings, 12:15 on a Friday.
Oh yeah.
968-853-7.
Oh my
Turn off or turn down your radio.
yes. Shout
Hallelujah time.
time. Oh my goodness.
Oh!
It is going now. You are a friend to me.
Yeah.
R-I-E-N-D. You are a friend.
E-N-D.
And every letter tells what
You mean to me.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So,
Mine.
Oh, the memorabilia.
yes.
Oh,
So,
that's what
okay,
it
so
is.
on that note, Kitty's Corner workshop. I used to have fun with the children. I remember we went all the way up to Soldier Place, or the place up the hill name.
It's not Soldier Place, it's Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yes, there. We went up to Newcastle and we'd have workshops on weekends, and like one day would be something and we'd do all these trips, but we always had lots of fun. It actually, Kitty's Corner was started by Answers for Children, and they started it. They wanted to do a children's thing, so they asked, and then I ended up doing it. So lots of fun. Whole heap of children, children's choir and everything. Yeah, it's a learning experience. Yeah. What's your
No, that will take
Yeah.
forever. Let me do my yeah, because that's a strange step. This, if you can see, it says 2001 GMA Welcome Reception. So one of the things I look
give it
forward
up.
to, so Dove Awards. Man, those were the days.
Yeah.
Dove Awards. So I used to follow these things way before Love FM. So when at Love, I was like, we got to go there.
Yeah.
And one of the main events, this is in Nashville, Tennessee, over the days of driving from Atlanta to, yeah, right. And what would happen is that all the artists from around, all the top gospel artists, they would meet in Nashville with the radio people, and we'd have like a week of activities, workshops, and those gospel artists,
A lot.
radio was king.
Yeah.
Those gospel artists wanted to meet with radio people. They just give you a CD and just really.
Right.
So you have a big ballroom and you just meet and pretend. So this is one of the things we got. Yes. So the rest of the time we devote
What is
to.
this thing, though, for persons who are
It,
listening?
it's really it's a glass jar.
Put your sweetie
Yes.
in there.
So we had the small people club, it eventually turned out to be. But small people came out of the fact that I was at work when my children were leaving school, and I thought they needed to be looked over while I'm
To be in school while you're at work.
no right, and
Extra
then
lessons.
they would get home at 4 o'clock. So I'd be talking to them like, remember to clean your shoes, remember to do your chores, because when I get home I don't want to sew no.
Oh.
Right. So I was talking to them. Right. So, this one. Right. So I was, and that's how small people started. And then our first sponsor at the time was Burger King. And Burger
Yes.
King was very, very grateful. I mean, we were grateful for Burger King, you know, really, really. And so we started a little club, and we gave them a membership card.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, a membership card. There's also a birthday card. So along with this membership card, you got a birthday card every birthday. You know,
Wow.
a child will get a birthay card, and
Yes,
they would
sir.
get a discount from Burger King.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So sometimes the kids call, I want a burger. No. Are you listening? What is your Bible verse today? I can get a burger. No, do not beg. And we had small people champion and all kinds of stuff, you know. So, you know, we really did well for small people.
And then one of the sayings that all radio station TV, the saying,
We mean, and,
the saying, that,
okay, so, oh, I forgot. So I kept saying there was, I think, Nestle had something that says whoosh. And so I took that, you know, I didn't mean anything, right? I took that and I said, you know, when I'm leaving, I'm going to the movie like, whoosh, out of here. And Mr. Ritgard went to Atlanta to the games, and he
Yes.
found this in a newspaper, whoosh.
whoosh.
And so we
Yeah.
framed it, you know, because it's saying all over the world we have whoosh.
And it's a popular saying, like, whoosh,
Till
I'm
today.
out of here.
And so everybody
Yes.
uses it. Sometimes people just say, because they don't want to, you know, other stations, they say, out of here, but they out of here.
All right, so we're gonna do.
Oh,
our
so, no, so,
photo-
hold on, so
oh yes, yes.
this is one
yes.
of our memorable,
Oh,
we have
yes.
so many, we used to have
Oh,
calendar
my
shoots when we,
Oh, man.
right, this is 2012. And
Wow.
so,
Do you
I'm
remember
sure-
where, does it say where this
it
was?
was in Clarendon, it was in,
We got up
down by the river.
early morning.
no man,
Let me tell
Earth
you.
Bridge, Rock River in Clarendon.
Like I
So-
told you.
Hail up to all the Rock River people and you know all the persons there who helped us
Yes.
to make this shoot a possibility. Nadine?
Trust me.
So you see Omar on a donkey. No, Nadine, tell him the story about this
Listen
donkey.
to me, man. Omar go on the donkey, and the donkey say, I am
I'm
not
not
going nowhere
nowhere with you.
And when we look, it's the donkey that sprawl out on them down. All foot. When Omar on top of the donkey. But we got him up, and yeah. So we have the pictures there with
So
Omar.
you can see it, but, you know, and it's the first logo.
Yes,
the 101.
yes,
That's
yes.
the first logo.
And this is
And
Colleen.
Colleen
This
washing.
is please. This is Colleen.
Please. Yes.
We have many more epic shots. I don't know. He said he was tired. This is Nigel.
Oh
Said
boy.
he was tired. I don't know that he was cooking.
I don't know what else.
I don't know what she was cooking,
I think they put chicken in the pot.
you know. And so there's a part where Nadine had the pot. Oh, this is like she was waiting on somebody, like she sent somebody to shop,
The Lord.
and then she, you know, trying to.
Oh, she never
Pecan.
carried season.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I'm sure we're gonna display this at some
Yes.
other time.
Yes.
And there are other calendars that we did, like the one at the Devon House shoot.
Yes.
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 That was a beautiful
That
one
was a
too.
beautiful. Yes.
And
yes.
there's another one in Up Park Camp when we were building
Right,
love.
right.
And was it fitness?
Fitness, yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Fit
Yes. Yes.
farm, yes.
Yes, when the instructor came over to me, I'm not here to do that.
Yes.
What are you talking about? I'm here to do a shoot.
Okay. So we are going to
Pictures now.
pictures.
Oh,
Right. So, I'll start. We have some pictures. Lord, Lord, Lord. Who are these people? Casino. Can you see? So we have Auntie Colleen, Tanya. Remember Tanya? Well, those listening, so you have a wonderful picture. So that means you have to jump on to Facebook and YouTube. So Auntie Colleen, Tanya, Nadine, and Dr. Wendy. Yeah, nice memory. Nigel, your turn.
I don't know when or where, but this is O'Neill and Arnold.
Arnold.
I don't know when, where, why, how, who.
No,
It's a
it was
drama
it was
production.
A drama production. Listen.
oh, that was a thing there at the retreat.
Oh, maybe it was a retreat.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
We used to have a lot of retreats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have.
Oh, and I guess this was from the retreat also.
Oh, yeah.
So hold on. No. For those who are listening, they're going to jump onto Facebook. But
Okay.
in the picture with Arnold and O'Neill, they have the Bible, and it's like, if you can't think, Poco.
Yeah, they're dressed like yeah.
Come with this or come, yeah, that kind of a look. And then in the other picture now, you have Colleen, Nadine, and Tanya, and our heads are wrapped, and we have a wrap something around our waist. We have to go up on YouTube and Facebook to see these pics.
I am not going to leave
Oh
this.
my goodness.
Okay, so here we are, like divas we are.
Hot so.
We went on a retreat and
Oh,
we just
yes.
decided to just, pulled up the ante.
That's
That's
Colleen
Nadine and
I by the
myself.
poolside.
I think
That's
this
in
was at
Mobile.
this is Montego. I think this is at Doctor's Cave Beach. I think so. But
Can't
Nadine don't remember these things.
Yes. And
Right.
then here's another. We used to take pictures a lot. I mean, we still do,
We
because
still do.
always, yes. But this one now is Colleen and I, and then, I wrote on this one, jeans and one. What did Margot?
Let me see.
Sorry.
Oh
We
yeah.
would show up to work a lot of times in the same idea. So this day we showed up in jeans, full jeans top, jeans bottom, and the same type of shoes. All right.
This is a simple picture of the studio. I think this was probably during one of the videos. Alan Lewis is there. I'm not sure who this person. But this is a studio with big screen computers, and the turntables are there.
Yes.
Just really one of those great days back in the day.
And so, if you remember back in the day, we used to talk about Mrs. Swaby.
Yes. Oh my
To do
goodness.
that, she's always.
And that was the thing about the office, because there we had open space.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was open.
So she served us coffee. She did our lunch and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes. This is Swaby.
And then
now-
there's this one now with Tanya. I was with Tanya. Tanya
in the
Case.
office, yes.
Tanya Case. She was in news.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Tanya, the big
Yeah.
black computers.
Yeah.
This now is another shot. This time, this was a play. Remember this one?
Okay.
Where we did the play
At Webster?
Yes, at Webster
I
Memorial.
wasn't in that.
And you had Kelly. Derval is this Derval? Is that Derval with the crown?
Crown or the cross?
Oh
The
yes.
crown. Look here, zoom in. Well, the pictures will be on the screen. But Derval is here. I guess he was who now? One of the kings. That's Wyatt, John, and Tiffany. Mighty God! Wow.
I don't know. This is a picture. I don't know if this is small people or
Kiddies Corner,
Kiddies
one of them.
Corner, but we used to have kids. Just
Yeah, the
you know.
family station.
Yes.
What they have there, Colleen?
Oh, this is, I think this was that
Just run the
Bosco
rest of
Bell.
them. Oh yes.
Bosco Bell. The time my hair was
Yes.
Longer.
A different color.
a different color.
Oh my goodness. This is me and myself and Mr. Regard having a talk. I don't know if I was giving him something or he would look like a pen. But yeah. Sir Regard. Yeah.
I am lost as to which one next to show.
Get more pictures?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't. This is difficult to see.
It's a concert,
Yes.
but I can't remember which
Nadine
one, but you and I were
are
MC.
emceeing on stage.
Yeah.
So
Let me just show. I want to show this young girl picture of myself.
Let me see.
oh man.
Oh, that's you?
Yes, this is big. Come on, zooming.
Oh my goodness.
Facebook, YouTube, go and see. But I don't think that shirt can fit
No.
me anymore.
I don't know.
No, would you?
And this is Colleen and I again.
Where is that?
Yeah, this is a retreat. I think this was in Mobe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, the retreats were all in Mumbai, I think.
Right. But I tell you, we've had some
Yeah.
good times.
Memorable moments.
Yeah.
Some great times. Some great times. I don't. There's just so much more that we can get into. Just the eating, the fun times, the sharing with each other. The low times, we have lost some family members, and
Yeah.
it's been tough because we are so close.
Close.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
And you know, think of it. Think of family, and who your family is. Same thing happened here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So you know, you have your ups, downs, your highs, your lows. Some persons maybe talk too much in a family. Some persons, you know, we may be the busier ones. You know, but you know, we've had our time.
And one thing I remember I mentioned some time ago about us always being open to learn. You know, we were always open to learn. I remember going on air and going, I would always say, pleasant good evening, Jamaica. That's when I used to do the inner glow. I got a call once and the lady said, it is neither, it is never pleasant good evening. It's either pleasant evening or good evening, but never pleasant good evening. And I said, thank you, ma'am.
Oh yes.
And I corrected that. And, you know, I share this just to encourage those who are going into media or just for life, just be open. And we still, believe will call me sometime and say, you know, and Nigel will say, you know, no, it's not this, it's that. Always be open. Yeah.
Like, first time I saw Jake's Road, and I said Jack's Road, or Strong, and I said Strachan.
Oh!
Man's name, you know, I said Mr. Strachan, and
Yes.
it's Mr. Strong.
Yeah.
So you need to catch us, Nadine,
Yes,
on
indeed.
on these places.
Social media, and of course use the hashtag WeStand. That's a theme for anniversary month. And of course, hashtag 28 Days of Love.
It's been a great time sharing wherever you are. Wherever you are. I don't know. Are we doing this, Madam GM?
Doing it?
Are we,
Yes, we're
do
doing
we,
it.
like every month we have this gathering and sharing?
It will be good, you know. Just sitting here and going through the memories. It's, you know, the flood of emotions, you know, especially since we all started the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
And we all have been here. It seems like everybody has gone and left us. Somebody has to be here to turn off the lights. It's been a really, really tremendous experience being here at Love 101. I don't think you can be here at Love 101 if you're not purposed to be here. It's not just a job to be here, because I'm sure if it was a job to be here, a lot of us would not be here today. I've listened to the persons who are being interviewed for the 28 Faces, and they all find the experience here at Love to have been very rich
Yeah.
Yes.
and something that they can draw upon, and that is what the family station is all about. We have so much for people to look up to. A lot of persons look up to us. Some days, I don't even think they understand that maybe their days and we're not so up our thing either. We need to up our sideways. We also have our going throughs. But we stop and we listen. The many friends, the missionary Scott, the Celeste, the emergency, and these people have been with us for over 28 years, and they are stuck with us like glue. They look up to us, and so we know that they are praying for us. We know that they are there for us, and there are so many choices. There are so many choices, and so you make love your place. I'm not saying that you make love your choice, you make love your place.
Nice.
And we're appreciative of that, and that is why we strive to do the very best we can to keep you. And we want to continue doing this. We ask for your grace, your mercy, your prayers, just about everything to keep us going, because there are some days that are just so challenging. But we managed to, and we have a fine set of young people now who we are passing the baton to.
Yep.
You know, we want you to pray them up, and we want you to encourage them. We love them because we all can. Well, me certainly not going to be here. Maybe these young people are going to be, but you know, God has been good to this station, and I love Love 101. passionate about it. We all are very passionate about Love 101. And that is why we are vested in this wonderful station, and we continue to stand.
Amen. With that, Lord bless you and keep you, make his wish.
Lord bless you.
Thank you for joining us for 20, what's this?
28,
28th anniversary,
yes, and it's called The Early Days.
the early days. Thank you. See you in 28 years' time. Not us. Another group will do this.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye.